Yes. Are you all there? Should we start? Are you all there? Quickly, yes or no? Quickly. Perfect. Let's start then. First of all, let us understand what is the definition of person. Because if I'm a person, income tax is applicable to me. If I'm not a person, income tax is not applicable to me. The definition of this word called person is given under which section? Section 2, clause 31. Section 2, clause 31 has defined this word called person. Now, let me tell you one thing. Person definition has seven categories. There are seven kind of person. Now, you need to understand categories also because once the category will change, tax rate will change. And so calculation method will also change. So first we have to bifurcate that, okay, this particular entity is called as this person. This particular person is categorized as this person. Person has seven category. This can be asked as a theory question also. And practically also it is important. Now, one more question. Whether this section numbers are required to be remembered? Are you supposed to remember this section numbers? Like section 1 basic, section 2 25A India, section 4 charging section. Are you supposed to remember section number? Obviously, yes. As a good faculty, I should say you should remember each and every section number. But as a student friendly person, what I should say is after each and every chapter, I have taken that hard work and I have prepared one small table. Section numbers that you are supposed to remember on the last date. That these are the bare minimum section number that you have to remember. Important section number list I have given on each and every chapter ka last page. And only that much section numbers are okay if you remember. If you remember 100% section numbers, I'm more happy for that. But if you can't remember each and every section number, then at least you have to remember those numbers which are given on the last page. Coming back to the definition of person, it has seven categories. The first one is individual. Means if individual is a person, so if individual will have income, it will pay income tax. What is the matlab of individual? Can I say it means human beings? Human beings, natural person is called as what? Individual. Individual includes male and female. It includes male and female. The word is includes. Inclusive definition means it also include third gender also because this is inclusive. Na? So all the people, all the natural persons are covered here. Mainly male and female. Second one is HUF. The full form of HUF, Hindu Undivided Family. Hindu Undivided Family. HUF. So basically, HUF is also a person. If HUF is earning some income, even it has to pay income tax. Question arises, what is Hindu Undivided Family? As per Hindu Succession Act, if your family is doing a business, if family is having some property, why to bifurcate to a particular person? Have a separate status called Hindu Undivided Family. All the family property will go to this status. All the family business will be done by this particular status. Any family member who joins the family will become a member. Any family member who quit the family will not be a member of this. Automatically, the members will get changed. But the property will remain of one entity that is called as Hindu Undivided Family. Now, who can create Hindu Undivided Family? Hindu, Jain, Sikh, Buddhist. These four religion people, Hindu, Jain, Sikh, Buddhist. These four people can create this status which is called as Hindu Undivided Family. Tell me, can you people open your HUF if you belongs to any of these four community? Can you open your HUF? Tell me, yes or no? Can you open HUF? Okay, some of you are writing yes. Okay, some of you are saying no. No, yes. Acha. Can I open my HUF? Please understand. I can open HUF. You people cannot open HUF. Reason number one. For opening HUF, you should get married. So I guess majority of you are not married. I am married, so I can open HUF. Acha. After the marriage, you should have at least one child. Then only you can open HUF. I guess again, you people must not be having child. I am having the same. So I have got married. I have one child. I can open my Hindu undivided family, that is HUF. So basically, I will be considered as a separate person for income tax. My HUF will be considered as a separate person for income tax. Both will pay income tax on our respected income. In my HUF, who will become members? First of all, me, my spouse, and my children. We three will become member of this HUF. The main person is called as Karta. The main person of HUF is called as Karta. And the other members who are having the rights in the property is called as co-partners. Co-partners means the members who are having the rights in the property. So the main person is called as Karta, others are called as co-partner. Now there are two kind of schools of HUF. Schools meaning thereby two kind of thoughts. Two thoughts of HUF. Two type of HUF. One is Dayabaga school. Dayabaga, both are okay. It is applicable to two states, West Bengal and Assam. What it says, up to the date father is alive, son or daughter will not become co-partner. Son or daughter will become member, cannot ask the property till father is alive. Only father will be having the rights over that. Once father died, then the son or daughter can ask for the rights in the property. Achha, the second view is Mitakshari view, which is applicable to the balance of the India. So in any other state, if you open your HUF, by birth, son or daughter will become co-partner. By birth, son or daughter will get right in the property. So two type of HUF for us, both are same. For us, both taxability is same. It's just a theoretical question that one type is called as Dayabaga school applicable to West Bengal and Assam. Son or daughter will not become co-partner till father is alive. Second one is Mitakshari school, which is applicable to the whole of balance India, in which son or daughter will become member by birth. But this both will be called as ultimately what? HUF. So up to now we studied two person. One is individual, second is HUF. Third one is given as firm. Acha, tell me, when I use the word firm, which firm is coming into your mind? Sole proprietorship firm, partnership firm, yeah, both. This firm word will include what? Sole proprietorship firm, partnership firm, or both? What it will include? Okay, some of you are saying both. Partnership. Okay. Now, guys, let me tell you, this word firm means only partnership firm. Because the word sole proprietorship firm is covered by the word individual. Individual includes sole proprietor. So sole proprietorship firm is nothing separate. It is a part and parcel of individual. Firm word means only and only what? Partnership firm. But there are two kind of partnership firm. One in which partners have unlimited liability, that is Partnership Act 1932. Another one in which partners are having limited liability Partnership Act 2008. Now, either it is unlimited liability or it is limited liability. Both are called as what? Firm. And firm is also a person, meaning thereby if a partnership firm is earning some income, it will be liable to pay income tax because it is chargeable under the Income Tax Act and it is treated as a separate person. So up to now, even though in Partnership Act you studied that firm is not a separate identity, in income tax all are separate. Individual is separate, HUF is separate, firm is separate. Up to now, 3 person. Fourth person. The fourth person is basically company. Company. That is basically a corporate person. A corporate person is called as what? Company. Acha, whenever in the newspaper you studied that this much is the corporate tax, that corporate tax is nothing separate. It is the income tax paid by company, and that is said as corporate tax. From our entire income tax revenue, 40 to 50% is generated by company. There are two kind of company that has to pay income tax in India if they earn income from India. One is our own company, which is registered in India, having registered office in India, which we call domestic company. And second, the company which is not a domestic company, means a company which is registered outside India, having its office outside India, like Meta, Google, Facebook, Apple. This kind of companies are called as foreign company. So either a foreign company or a domestic company, both are called as company, and if they earn income from India, they have to pay tax in India. So company is also a separate person. It is also liable to pay income tax in India. So up to now, basically four kind of person came: individual, HUF, firm, company. Actually, the fourth one is AOP BOI. AOP BOI. Full form of AOP, Association of Person. Full form of BOI, Body of Individual. Now, what is Association of Person? What is Body of Individual? Let me tell you. So basically, as per the definition of Google, if you see search on Google, what is association of person? It will write if two or more person coming together for a common goal or objective, it is association of person. So my doubt is even a partnership firm is having two or more person coming together for a common goal or objective, but that is separate, no? So how it is separate? I mean, in both the things are satisfied. One can say profit motive. No, so in association of person also profit motive can be there. Let me tell you. Association of person means a partnership without partnership deed. Association of person means a partnership without partnership deed. So when two or more persons coming together, joining hands to hands for some common objective, but they are not signing any partnership deed, it is called as association of person. For example, joint venture. For example, political party. For example, trust. For example, cooperative society. All these are example of association of person. Acha, then what is the meaning of body of individual? Both the things are written, slash. So body of individual is all part of association of person. But body of individual means only individuals can become the member. So in association of person, anybody can become the member. HUF also can become the member, company can also become the member. But when I use the word body of individual, only who can become the member? Individuals. So that is the core difference between AOP BOI. Acha, what is the difference between firm and AOP? Firm has a partnership deed, AOP don't have a partnership deed. That is the core difference. So ultimately, if you do not cover this into person ki definition, so all will do that, let's create a partnership without partnership deed. So we are not said as a person, we are not liable to pay income tax. Government can't leave you now. That's why government created this status, AOP BOI, so that any person who is making partnership without a partnership deed is also covered by the definition, is also supposed to pay income tax. So total up to now five status we saw, five different category of person: individual, HUF, firm, company, AOP, BOI. Acha, the sixth one is local authority. Sixth one is local authority. Like Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, Chennai Municipal Corporation, Bombay Municipal Corporation. You know that municipality is called as local authority. And if they are earning the income, even they are also supposed to pay the tax, because they are covered by the word called person. Local authority is the sixth category. But please understand, I'm so sorry. Please understand, in the definition of person, they have only covered the word local authority. They have not covered central government or state government. Meaning thereby, central government and state government is not a person. If they are earning the income, they are outside the scope of income tax act. So let's say Gujarat government is earning some profit, no tax is to be paid. Tamil Nadu government is earning some income, no income tax is to be paid because they are not person, they are not covered by charging section. Income tax act is not applicable to them. But if let's say some municipal corporation is earning some income, they are supposed to pay income tax act because local authority is covered by the definition of person. The last category is AJP. Small brother of BJP? No. AJP, full sorry for lame job. AJP means artificial judicial person. AJP means what? Artificial judicial person. Any kind of person which is made by the floor of parliament, which is having a separate act. RBI, SEBI, Competition Commission of India, CBDT. Can I say this kind of bodies are having their separate act? So they are called as what? Artificial judicial person. High Court, Supreme Court. Even they are also called as what? Artificial judicial person. So in total, basically 7 person are there, and to that 7 person, income tax is applicable at different rates that we will study later on. But as of now, the categories are important. Which are the 7 categories? Individual, HUF, firm, company. AOP-BOI, that is Association of Person, Body of Individual. Local authority, and AJP, that is Artificial Judicial Person. Okay, now let's have some exercise. I will give you the name of a entity. You tell me which category it belongs to. Okay. Mr. A. Mr. A. From this 7 category, to which category this person belongs to? Mr. A. Perfect. Individual. Okay. BHUF. As the name suggests, HUF. ABC and company. What if I am saying ABC and company? I was expecting this. I will kill you. Don't write the re. If in the name it is ABC and company, means it is a company. Then what Companies Act is doing? As per Indian Companies Act, in every company ka name there has to be limited or private limited. Whether there is any word called limited, private limited, no. So ABC and company is basically what? Partnership. It is a firm. This is the name of a firm. And if the owner is only one owner, so sole proprietary firm, then it will become individual. If more than one owner, then it will become a firm. Okay. Gokuldham Cooperative Society. Gokuldham Cooperative Society. Which kind of person? Correct. AOP, Association of Person. Okay. Reliance Limited. Reliance Limited. Perfect. Company. Maharashtra High Court. That is Bombay High Court. Bombay High Court. Perfect. Artificial Judicial Person. That is AJP. So this kind of categories are there. This is how you are supposed to bifurcate the person into various category, and accordingly you have to apply the provision. Accordingly you have to apply the tax rate. Now remember section 4, charging section. What it said? Income tax is payable by every person on his total income. Okay. Let us understand this word total income. If you read section 2 clause 45 of Income Tax Act, it says that total income means what we studied in the structure, gross total income minus deduction under section 80C to 80U, basically under chapter 6A. Okay, then tell me, what is the matlab of gross total income? What is the meaning of gross total income? Can I say gross total income means combination of 5 heads? What I said, combination of 5 heads: salary, house property, PGBP, capital gain, IFOS. And after applying clubbing set of carry forward, we will get gross total income. Tell me, what is the meaning of income? Because the base word is income. If something is income, then income tax act is applicable. If something is not an income tax act is not applicable. Tell me what is the meaning of income? Ekdam layman language. Tell me in layman language what you understand by the word income. Waiting for reply of each and every student. What you understand by the word income? Earning of a person. Okay. Okay. Earning in cash or earning in okay profit. Okay. Then somebody is saying whatever you receive. Okay. I was waiting for this inflow. Business. But okay. Fine. There are so many answers. But one answer which fetched my eyeballs, what you received. Somebody said what you received is your income. Perfect. Okay, then I went to a bank, I took a loan, it gave me 25 lakh rupees of loan. I received a loan of rupees 25 lakh. I received 25 lakh. Is it my income? Am I supposed to pay tax on that? No. Because I have to repay it. Now, what you receive is called as inflow. Understand? What you receive is called as inflow. Now, that inflow which you don't need to repay is your income. That inflow which you don't need to repay is your income. For example, loan, I need to repay. So this is inflow, but not an income. I don't need to pay tax on that because I need to repay. But somebody gave me gift. It is an inflow which I don't need to repay. It is my income. Somebody gave me salary. It is inflow which I don't need to repay. It is my income. So tell me, what is the broader word? What is the broader word? Inflow or income? What is the broader word? Inflow or income? Yes, inflow is a broader word. But then income tax is applicable on what? Inflow or income? It is applicable on income. Then which kind of inflow is income? Can I say any kind of inflow which you don't need to repay is your income? Acha, I'm telling you one line. You tell me whether it is right or not, right? You have to write in the chat box true or false. I'm telling you one line. Every inflow is income. Every income is not an inflow. I repeat, every inflow is income. Every income may not be inflow. Tell me this line, true or false? True or false? Perfect. False. Arey, why it is false? I said totally reverse. What is the true line I need to say? Every income is inflow. Every inflow may not be the income. And ultimately, tax is to be paid only if that particular income, that particular inflow is your income. See, income word has a huge definition, a 5-page definition. But that definition we don't need to study. Along with 5 heads of income, that definition will be done. We need to understand the basic meaning of the word, and that what we understood. First of all, income versus inflow. Inflow, for example, loan. Income, for example, fees, salary, rent, business, etc. etc. What common note I have written over here? Every inflow is not an income, but every income is inflow. So generally, non-repayable inflow is what? Income. Are you getting this, people? Yes or no? Are you getting this? Yes or no? Perfect. Acha, now understand there are two more bifurcations. There are certain income which you are earning, and on that you have to pay income tax. This kind of income is called as taxable income. Income which you are earning and you are paying income tax, that is called as taxable income. But the income which you are earning, but you are not supposed to pay tax on that, government has given you relaxation that okay, this income is out of our purview, you don't need to pay the tax. This is called as exempt income. Repeat, the income which you are earning and you are supposed to pay the tax, taxable income. The income which you are earning but you are not supposed to pay the tax, it is called as exempt income. Can you give me the example of exempt income that we studied today only? I want one example of exempt income which we studied today only. That it is an income but I'm not supposed to pay the tax. Perfect. Agricultural income. Agricultural income is one of the example that is an income but I'm not supposed to pay the tax, and that's why that agricultural income is called as what? Exempt income. Now whatever is the exempt income, those incomes are written under section 10, 11, 12, 13A. 10, 11, 12 and section 13A, these four sections are related to exempt income. Let me just give you the summary. Section 10 contains so many income like scholarship income, like agricultural income. There are so many income which are said by section 10. It is exempt. No need to pay the tax. So if in any of the lecture I will say that let us learn section 10, then which section I'm going to talk about? Exempt income. Section 11, 12 and 13A we will learn in CA final because it is the sections covered by CA final. But let me give you the summary. Section 11 and 12 says that if you have a NGO, either charitable trust or religious trust, NGO, they are not supposed to pay tax even though they are person, but their income is exempted. They don't need to pay the tax. 13A, political parties. If you are a political party, you are a person, but your income is exempted. You are not supposed to pay income tax. But these sections we will learn in CA final. For inter CA, which section is important? Section 10. And section 10 is all about what? Exempt income. As I said, gross total income. What is the matlab of gross total income? Total of all the heads. What is the meaning of total income? Gross total income minus deduction under chapter 6A, that is 80C to 80U. And on that total income, we are supposed to calculate our tax payable. So this was some basic jargons with related to income. Tell me what section 4 was saying, charging section. Income tax is payable by every person on his total income earned in previous year relevant to assessment year at the rates applicable. What it said, earned in previous year relevant to assessment year. We need to understand these two words which are very important. And in future, from second lecture onwards, whatever word I will use now will all be depending on these two words, previous year and assessment year. Let us understand the meaning of these two words, previous year, assessment year. What is previous year? What is assessment year? Okay, whatever I ask you, you just give me the answers of that quickly. Which financial year is applicable in your exam? Tell me, which financial year is applicable in your exam? As we discussed before break. '24, '25. That is the year starting from 1st April 24, ending on 31st March 25. So basically, which Finance Act is applicable to you? Finance Act 2024. So which kind of question will come into your exam? If you have income from 1st April 24 till 31st March 25, then how much is your tax payable? This kind of question will come that if you have income from 1st April 24 till 31st March 25, how much will be your tax payable? Now this year is called as financial year. Now tell me, is it possible that you earn income in 24-25 and before the year gets end, you calculate the same, you calculate the tax payable, you file the return of income? Whether all these things possible in this year itself? Is it possible? No. We can only earn the income. Calculation, we need some time. Government said, okay, you take your own time. You calculate your income, you calculate your tax payable, you file your return of income in the next year. Now, which is the next year over here? 25, 26. So all the calculations will be done in the year 25, 26. All the assessment will be done in the year 25, 26. And hence this particular year is called as assessment year. What this year is called as assessment year. In short, it is called as AY. The year in which all the calculations are done. Acha, but tell me, in the year 25, 26, of which year calculation we are doing? Of which year calculation is done in 25, 26? Can I say calculation of 24, 25, that is last year? And hence 24, 25 is called as previous year. In short, it is called as PY. So basically, previous year is actually not that last year. For us, previous year means current financial year in which we are earning the income. And we calculate that income in which year? Next year. Next year is called as what? Assessment year. That is in short called as AY. So why this financial year is called as previous year? Because it is preceding to assessment year. It is preceding to which year? Assessment year. So yes, 24, 25 has two names. Financial year 24, 25. Secondly, it can be said as previous year 24, 25. And the calculations will be done in the next year. So the next year will be called as what? Assessment year 25, 26. But in that calculation will be done of which year? Previous year, that is 24, 25. Okay, tell me, if I tell you, please calculate income tax of assessment year 25, 26. Which year I'm referring to? I'm telling you to calculate income of which year? Which year I'm referring to? 24, 25. Achha, what if I tell you to calculate income of PY 24, 25? What if I tell you to calculate income of PY 24, 25? Tell me which year I'm referring to in 24, 25. Means 1st April 24 till 31st March 25 has now two names. First PY 24, 25. Second AY 25, 26. In both the cases, we are referring to which period? 24, 25. Achha, tell me, if I tell you to calculate income from 1st April 2012 to 31st March 2013, in some single message in the chat box, tell me the two names of this particular period. If I have earned the income between this period, by what two names I will call this particular year? Which two names I can use? One will be called as PY 1213. Second will be called as AY 1314. Both of this name belongs to the same year, that is 1213. Achha, for your exam, I earlier asked you which financial year is applicable. You all replied 24, 25. So this has two names. Previous year 24, 25 या तो AY 25, 26. And both in the case referring to PY 24, 25. Previous year means the year in which we earn the income. Assessment year is the year in which we calculate the income. Achha, both of this year are of how many months? Obviously 12, 12 months. April to March, April to March. So previous year is also of 12 months. Assessment year is also of 12 months. But let's assume I incorporate a company in July 2024. So company was not there earlier. Company is being newly incorporated in July 24. Previous year will be 24, 25, but it will be from which date to which date? My company got incorporated in July 24. Previous year is 24, 25. From which date to which date? Is it April to March? Perfect. It is not April to March, beta, because in April the company was not incorporated. My previous year will be, can I say July 24 till March 25. So here in this case, can I say my previous year is lower than 12 month? Yes, your previous year can be lower than 12 months when you start a new business, when you start a new company, when you were not there in existence. Now you are coming into existence. Your previous year will be lower than 12 months in the very first year. Then after it will be always 12 months. Now, but tell me, what will be assessment year of this previous year? Assessment year will be 25-26. From which date to which date? Assessment year will be from which date to which date? Assessment year will be from which date to which date? 25-26, perfect. From which date to which date? 1st April 25 till 31st March 26. Meaning thereby, previous year can be lower than 12 months or previous year can be exactly of 12 months. Assessment year is always of 12 months. Assessment year can never be lower than 12 months. For example, if I say that if I have opened a company on 1st March 2025, I have opened a company on 1st March 2025. So the first financial year is 24-25. Tell me, PY is 24-25, AY is 25-26. From which date to which date? PY is from which date to which date? AY is from which date to which date? Tell me. If I have incorporated a company on 1st March 25, yes, so PY 24-25 will be 1st March 25 till 31st March 25, only 1 month. But assessment year is always of 12 months. So assessment year will be from 1st April 25 till 31st March 26. So you need to remember a line, previous year can be lower than 12 months, assessment year is always of 12 months. For your examination, which previous year is applicable? 24-25. Which assessment year is applicable? 25-26. Which Finance Act is applicable? Finance Act 2024. Number 1, number 2. So all this I have written over here. First of all, previous year. Previous year means the year immediately preceding assessment year. Basically, previous year is the financial year. Income earned in this year is taxed in assessment year. For your exam, which previous year is applicable? Previous year 24-25, assessment year 25-26. But for a business year profession, newly set up or source of income newly coming into existence for the first time, previous year start from the date of setting up the business till 31st March. Means it can be lesser than 12 months also. Assessment year, if we talk about, can I say assessment year is a period of 12 months? It is called as assessment because in this year, income is assessed, tax is assessed, it is paid, return of income is filed. So please remember a line, previous year can be lower than 12 months, assessment year is always of 12 months. Okay. Now understand, whatever were the particular theoretical points of this chapter, the new jargons. Acha, by the way, what was charging section? Income tax is payable by every person on his total income earned in previous year relevant to assessment year. So that section is clarified. Income is earned in previous year, which is relevant to that assessment year. Okay. All the theoretical point is done. And as per the charging section, we are only supposed to learn one thing, which is our entire balance chapter. Rates of taxes. That if I have X amount of income, what is my tax payable? Very interesting topic, practical topic, calculative topic. But before I go to this calculation part, tax rate wala part, I want that whatever we have done up to now, we revise it quickly, we remember it quickly, and then we move forward. All of you are with me, yes or no, people? Just tell me. Want to revise up to now and then move forward, yes or no? Perfect. Then let us start the revision. First of all, Article 265. What Article 265 said? Power to collect tax is with Government of India. Article 246, which gave the bifurcation, central list, state list, concurrent list. In central list, which is the entry number 82, to collect tax on income other than agriculture income. Then state list has three taxes: stamp duty, water tax, municipal tax, etc. Concurrent list, there is no tax. So GST came from Article 246A. There are two kind of tax. One is direct tax, one is indirect tax. Direct tax means income tax act. Burden is on payer. Indirect tax, GST, custom. Burden is on consumer. Now, when I'm saying that we are going to learn income tax, basically we are going to learn total five things. First, we are going to learn Act. Income Tax Act 1961. Section, subsection, clause, subclause. Exceptions are given in what? Proviso. Clarifications given in explanation. So the procedures are written in rules. Income Tax Rules 1962, made by CBDT, full form Central Board of Direct Taxes. Third, circular and notification. Circular is issued by CBDT, binding on officer. Notification is issued by central government and CBDT, binding on all. Then we'll study budget. Technical name of budget is Finance Act 2024, number 1, number 2. Number 1 came on 1st February 24. Number 2 came on 23rd July 24. There are four partition of any kind of finance act. Rate of tax, TDS, advance tax, net agriculture income. And fifth we'll study is about case law. Then there was a hierarchy. Determine residential status. Calculate income, which is divided into five heads of income. Income from salary, income from house property, PGBP, profit and gain from business and profession, capital gains, income from other sources, that is IFOs. Then what we will apply? Clubbing. Then what we will apply? Set off, carry forward. Balance amount is called as gross total income minus deduction under chapter 6A, 80C to 80U. Then we will get total income. On that we will apply basic tax, that is the rates applicable, plus or minus surcharge या तो rebate, plus 4% health and education cess, minus TDS TCS advance tax. Balance will either be called as tax payable या तो tax refundable. Now, coming to section 1, income tax is applicable to the whole of India, including Jammu Kashmir, applicable from 1st April 1962. What is the definition of India? The land defined in Article 1 of the Constitution, plus up to 12 nautical mile territorial water, 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, and the airspace. Section 4, charging section. Income tax is payable by every person on his total income earned in previous year, relevant to assessment year, at the rates applicable. Now, what is the meaning of the word person? 7 category: individual, HUF, firm, company, AOP, BOI, association of person, body of individual. Then it comes to local authority, and then it comes to artificial judicial person, AJP. Acha, then we studied what is the meaning of income. Can I say there were two words? One, what you receive is called as inflow, and that inflow, if you don't need to repay, that is called as income. If income is there on which tax is applicable, taxable. Income is there, tax is not applicable, it is relaxed, it is called as exempt income. Then two words came, previous year and assessment year. Previous year means the year in which you earn the income. Assessment year means the year in which you calculate your income. For you, previous year is 24-25. Assessment year is 25-26. Can previous year be lower than 12 months? Yes. Can assessment year be lower than 12 months? Never. It is always of 12 months. People, are you understanding up to now? Or not? Yes or no? Perfect. Then now we are moving toward a very interesting topic, and I want all of you to have calculators with you because we will be requiring calculator, because it is all calculative methods now going to start. That is rate of taxes. Acha, I asked you earlier one question where the rates of the taxes are mentioned. So some of the tax rates are mentioned in Income Tax Act, but majority of the balanced income, the tax rate is mentioned in budget, that is the Finance Act. As of now, we are understanding the tax rate which are given in Finance Act. So whatever are the special tax rates that we'll study in those particular chapters, like capital gain, like income from other sources. As of now, we are understanding those general tax rate, which is given in the budget, that is Finance Act 2024. As of now, you can ignore this bracket. On this, I will come later on. First of all, you understand there are 7 category of person: individual, HUF, firm, company, AOP, BOI, local authority, artificial judicial person. From this 7 category, the tax rates are not similar for all. It is different for, one by one. Every person has different kind of tax rate. 5% has common tax rate. 5% has common tax rate. Which are those 5% which are having common tax rate? Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. What are the 5% having common tax rate? Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. Now, these 5% are again divided into 3 categories for the tax rate. They are divided into 3 categories. In that first table, first column, it covers to whom? It covers resident individual below age of 60. Means see, an individual can be either resident or non-resident. If you are resident individual and you have yet not completed 60 years of age, you are below 60, you will be covered by this first column. Resident individual below 60. Plus, HUF is also covered over here. Association of person covered over here. Body of individual covered over here. Artificial judicial person is also covered over here. And if you are a non-resident individual, even you are also covered over here. But the point is, for a non-resident individual, age does not matter. Either you are below 60 or you are more than 60. You will be always covered under the first column. However, resident individual is covered under the first column only if you are below 60. Remember a line. Non-residents are never getting aged. They are young only forever. And that's why they will be covered under the first one. So tell me who all are covered under the first column? Resident individual below age of 60, HUF, AOP, BOI, all AJP, all non-resident individual. Now what law has said, these people may be having their personal expenses. And hence, if they are having income up to 2,50,000 in a financial year, in the previous year, their income is up to rupees 2,50,000, they don't have to pay a tax. The tax rate will be 0% up to the income of 2,50,000. Just because government is giving you a blanket exemption up to the income of 2,50,000, this limit is called as basic exemption limit. This limit is called as what? Basic exemption limit. Acha, tell me, is this a monthly limit or yearly limit? Yearly limit. In the very first 1 hour of my session, I asked you how much percentage of Indian people are paying the tax. And I said only 3%, because the balance Indians are saying that we are earning the income below 2,50,000 in a year. And hence we are not supposed to pay any kind of tax. Achha, tell me, what if I am earning the yearly income 2,40,000? My yearly income 2,40,000. Tell me my tax amount. What will be my tax payable if I am earning yearly 2,40,000? Perfect. Zero, because basic exemption limit. Achha, basic exemption limit, in short, we will call it BEL. Tell me, what will be my tax payable if I am earning the income 2,50,000? Again, zero, because it is up to basic exemption limit. Now, what if I am earning the income 3 lakh rupees? Can I say now it went more than 2,50,000? Now, if your income is more than 2,50,000 but up to rupees 5 lakh, 5% tax rate will get applied. More than 2,50,000 but up to 5 lakh, then how much percentage tax rate will be applied? 5%. See, how to calculate income, that we will understand from second lecture and onwards. But on that particular income, what is the tax payable, that we are learning as of now. As of now, we are learning income tax rate for 5 people, individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. In that, they are divided into 3 columns. First column is for whom? Resident individual below age of 60 plus HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP plus all non-resident individual up to 2,50,000 zero, that is called as basic exemption limit. 2,50,000 till 5 lakh, 5% is the tax rate. So tell me, if I am earning the income 3 lakh rupees, what is my tax amount? Calculate and tell me what will be my tax amount. 5% I know, beta. I am asking amount, tax amount. You are not supposed to apply 3 lakh into 5%. It is wrong. See, these are the slab rates. These are the slab rates. What is the meaning of slab rate? If government has said up to 2,50,000 zero, it will be zero for all. And 5% will applicable only on the amount exceeding 2,50,000. So what will happen over here? Up to 2,50,000 zero, on balance 50,000, I need to apply 5%. And that will be how much? 2,500. So yes, it is slab rate. Tell me, what will be my tax amount if my total income is 4 lakh rupees? What will be the tax amount if my total income is 4 lakh rupees? So can I say that here is the timeline. You have income which is from 0 till 4 lakh. In that, in between, there is one level of 2,50,000. Up to 2,50,000, tax rate is 0. 250 to 4 lakh. How much is the differentiate income? 1,50,000. On that, how much will be your tax rate? 5%. So what is the total tax amount that you will be having? 7,500. Perfect. Tell me my tax amount if my total income is 5 lakh. Total income बोले तो gross total income minus all deductions. Final amount, total income 5 lakh. Tell me the tax payable. Basically, from 0 it will start. 0 to 2,50,000 it will be 0. 250 till further 5 lakh. 250 till further 5 lakh. How much is the difference in between? 2,50,000. And on that 2,50,000, how much will be the tax rate? 5%. So what will be the total tax payable? 12,500. Are you understanding this? So up to 2,50,000 zero, 250 to 5 lakh, it will be 5%. But what if my income is going beyond 5 lakh? Then government said, now your savings will increase, so our tax rate will also increase. This is called progressive tax. See, direct tax is progressive, meaning thereby, if you are having more income, you have to pay more percentage of tax. GST is regressive. What is the meaning of regressive? For a beggar also, GST rate will be 18%. For Mukesh Ambani also, it will be 18%. It will be same for all. Whereas in income tax, for a rich people, the tax percentage will get more progressive. Now, what if I am earning the income more than 5 lakh? From 5 lakh till 10 lakh, 20% tax rate will get applied. So up to 2,50,000 zero, 250 to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh. If I have the income, the tax rate will be 20%. Tell me, if I have the income, let's say 6 lakh, what is my tax amount? If I have the income 6 lakh, what is my tax amount? So see, first of all, up 0 to 2,50,000, it will be 0. 250 to 5 lakh, they have said 5%. So for each and every people, it will be 5%. Now 250 to 5 lakh, it will be 2,50,000. And on that 5%, that means 12,500. And 5 lakh to 6 lakh, what is the differential income? 1 lakh. On that only 20% will get applicable. So this will be basically 20,000. What is the total tax over here? 32,500. 32,500. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Acha, tell me, what if my total income is 10 lakh? What will be my tax amount? What if my total income is 10 lakh? What is my tax amount? What is my tax amount if my total income is 10 lakh? Calculator. So first of all, what will happen? 0 to 2,50,000, tax rate will be 0. 2.5 lakh till 5 lakh. What is the differential income? 2,50,000. On that, I have to apply 5%. That will be 12,500. From 5 lakh till 10 lakh, I will apply 20%. Acha, 5 lakh till 10 lakh. How much is the differential income? 5 lakh. On that 20%, that means what will be the tax? 1 lakh. So what will be the total tax over here? 1,12,500. But guys, first of all, are you understanding this 1,12,500? But guys, this is not payable. This is called as basic tax. This is called as what? Basic tax. Now what government is saying? To each and every person who is paying the tax, please pay more 4%. Now this is the basic tax. Over and above this, you have to pay extra 4% in the name of Health and Education Cess, 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 which is in short called as H&EC. Health and Education Cess, H&EC. Now why government says, Acha, what is the meaning of cess? Pehle to? The money of tax government can use in any manner. But the money which is collected by way of cess can only be used for the purpose for which it is collected. Over here, health and education. So what government is saying, our country is a big country. We don't have enough money for health and education. If you are paying the tax, kindly give more 4% tax so that we can use in health and education sector. Achha, tax is applicable on income. Cess is applicable on tax. That means on this basic tax, I will add 4% health and education cess. What will be the amount of this cess? 1,12,500 into 4%, that will be 4,500. And ultimately, what will be my tax amount? 1,17,000. So I have to apply this 4% on my final basic tax. Now, whenever I ask you tax payable, you will always give me reply after adding 4% health and education cess. Tell me, if my total income is 9 lakh, what will be my tax payable? If my total income is 9 lakh, what will be my tax payable? Okay, let us continue together. From 0 to 2,50,000, how much is my tax rate applicable? 0%. So 0. Achha, from 2,50,000 till 5 lakh, 5% is applicable. Now 250 till 5 lakh. Yani, what is the difference of this? 2,50,000. On that 5% means tax will be 12,500. Achha, from 5 lakh till my income is 9 lakh. 20% is applicable. Now understand, 5 lakh to 9 lakh means 4 lakh. On this 4 lakh, how much is the tax rate applicable, which is over here? 20%, which will be what? 80,000. So what is the total of the basic tax over here? The total of the basic tax is 92,500. And on that, I have to add 4% health and education cess. So 92,500 plus 4%, that comes to 96,200. This will be my tax payable if my total income is exactly 9 lakh. Are you understanding this? Fine. Now, 20% tax rate is applicable only if my income is up to 10 lakh. What if my income goes above 10 lakh? Whatever I will earn over and above 10 lakh, till whatever amount, I have to pay 30% tax on that excess amount. So up to 10 lakh, 20%. And up to 5 lakh 5%, up to 10 lakh 20%, above 10 lakh how much tax rate is applicable? 30%. Acha. Kindly tell me my tax payable if I earn the income of 20. If I earn the income of 20 lakh, what will be my final tax payable? So how will calculate this? 0 to 2 lakh 50,000, 0. 2 lakh 50,000 till 5 lakh, 5% means on the difference of 2 lakh 50,000, I have to apply 5%, which will be 12,500. 5 lakh till 12, 10 lakh 20% means on the difference of 5 lakh, I have to apply 20%, which will be 1 lakh. And whatever is the income over above 10 lakh, that is over here 20 lakh. So minus 10 lakh, it will comes to 10 lakh. On that 30%, I have to calculate 3 lakh. What will be the total basic tax over here? 4 lakh 12,500 and plus 4% says 4 lakh 29,000. Are you getting this? So please understand one common sense. If my income is more than 10 lakh, can I say up to 10 lakh? The basic tax fix 1 lakh 12,500. Now, what I need to ninja technique, if my total income is let's say 15 lakh. So now I'm pretty clear now that up to 10 lakh, it is 1 lakh 12,500. And on balance 5 lakh, I have to apply 30%. So your calculation can be faster. Quickly tell me, what if my total income is 50 lakh? What will be my tax payable? If my total income is 50 lakh, what will be my tax payable? Can I say up to 10 lakh, it is fixed 1 lakh 12,500, what we calculated above. And on the balance 40 lakh, I have to apply 30%, which will be 12 lakh rupees. So basic tax will be 13 lakh 12,500. And on this 4% cess will be applicable. So 13 lakh 12,500 plus 4% cess. How much it will be? 13 lakh 65,000. This will be my tax payable if my income is 50 lakh rupees. Are you understanding my point? So tell me, who all were covered in this first column? Resident individual below age of 60, plus HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, plus all non-resident individual. What if I am a resident individual, but I have completed my age of 60 years? See, in the first column, which resident individuals are covered? Those are who are below 60. What if I am a resident individual whose age is 60 or more? I will be called as senior citizen. What I will be called as senior citizen. Government says your medicine expense will be much now. And that's why if you are a resident individual who has completed 60 years or more, that is senior citizen, your basic exemption limit will not be 250, it will be rupees 3 lakh. Basic exemption limit will be rupees 3 lakh. Achha, balance everything same. Up to 3 lakh 0, then same 3 lakh to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 10%, 20%, above 10 lakh 30%. Even 4% health and education cess is also applicable. So tell me, what if I am a resident individual, age exact 60 years, my total income is 12 lakh rupees. Calculate my tax payable. Calculate my tax payable. So first of all, which kind of rates are applicable over here? Can I say 0 to 3 lakh, there will be no tax. 3 lakh to 5 lakh, it will be 5%. 3 lakh to 5 lakh means 2 lakh. On that 5% bole to 10,000. 5 lakh till 10 lakh, it will be 20%. That means on the difference of 5 lakh, it will be 20%. That will be fixed 1 lakh. And from 10 lakh till 12 lakh, it will be 30%. That means on 2 lakh, it will be 30%. That will be rupees 60,000. The total basic tax covered over here is 1,70,000, and on this I have to add 4% health and education cess, which comes to 1,76,800. Are you understanding this, people? So only one change is there. Instead of basic exemption limit 2,50,000, now it will be 3 lakh rupees. Achha, but this 3 lakh rupees, tell me, what if the same person with same income, with same age, is a non-resident? What if this person is non-resident instead of resident? If he is non-resident instead of resident, what will happen? Can I say now it will change? Huh? If you are a non-resident, you will be always covered under the first column. Your basic exemption limit will always be how much? 2,50,000. You will never be covered under the basic exemption limit of 3 lakh. So if you are a non-resident, even though 60 years, for you 2,50,000 will be the basic exemption limit. So now what will be the tax payable? 0 to 2,50,000, 0. 250 till 5 lakh, it will be 5%, which will be 12,500. 5 lakh till 10 lakh, it will be 20%, that will be 1 lakh. And 10 lakh to 12 lakh, it will be 30%, which will be 60,000. Total basic tax over here will become 1,72,500 plus 4% cess will be added, which will come to 1,79,400. Yes, 179,400. Tax will increase because basic exemption limit has got reduced. So yes, the 3 lakh rupees ka limit is only with resident individual. This limit is not with non-resident. Achha, this 3 lakh rupees ki limit is applicable only if your age is more than or equal to 60 years up to 79. If you cross some more years in your life, now you have completed 80 years at least, you are called as very senior citizen. Achha, second name is super senior citizen. Very senior citizen or super senior citizen. Law said, we are so much happy with you. You are resident individual, completed 80 years of age. Now your basic exemption limit will be 5 lakh rupees. What will be the basic exemption limit? 5 lakh. So instead of 3 lakh, directly it will go to 5 lakh. Then 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. Above 10 lakh, 30%. 4% says again applicable. Achha, they are not supposed to pay 5% tax. Because see, 5% is applicable only if the income is up to 5 lakh. And to this very senior citizen, can we say there is no tax up to 5 lakh? So 5% rate in itself is not applicable. Then 5 to 10 lakh, 20%, above 10 lakh, it will be how much? 30%. Achha, tell me over here, if I am a resident individual, exactly aged 80 years, my total income is 9 lakh. Tell me how much is my tax payable? How much is my tax payable? First of all, he is a resident individual. Age is exactly 80 years, so very senior citizen. 0 to 5 lakh, 0. 5 lakh till 9 lakh, this will be 20%. 4 lakh into 20%, 80,000. So total basic tax comes to 80,000 plus 4% cess comes to 83,200. This will be the tax payable, 83,200. So tell me the three columns which I said. Resident individual below age of 60 plus HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP plus all non-resident individual up to 2,50,000 zero, which is called as basic exemption limit. 250 to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, above 10 lakh 30%. If you are a resident individual of age 60 or more, you are called as senior citizen. Up to 3 lakh there will be no tax, balance will be same. If you are a resident individual of age 80 or more, you will be called as very senior citizen. Up to 5 lakh there will be no tax, balance will be all same. And on the basic tax, 4% health and education cess is also applicable. See, I have written some example over here to just explain the presentations and all. Mr. Agam, 24 years. So obviously age is wrong. Income is rupees 30 lakh. Now, if nothing is said, what you will assume? The person is resident or non-resident? Compulsory, if nothing is said, the person will become resident. Okay, if nothing is said about age, then what you will assume? The person is below 60 or more than or equal to 60? If nothing is said, you will assume the person below 60. Here the age is said. Total income is 30 lakh rupees. So how to calculate basic tax? Up to 2 lakh 50,000, 0. 250 to 5 lakh, it will be 5%, that is 12,500. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it will be 20%, that will be 1 lakh. Above 10 lakh, it will be 30%, that will become 6 lakh. Total of this will become basic tax 7,12,500 plus 4% health and education cess, which comes to 7,41,000. First doubt. Sir, can we show this kind of chart format in the paper? Yes, because this will be always in a working note, and working note is okay to be presented in chart format. Second, sir, is it compulsory to show basic tax, or we can directly write this amount after doing in calculator? You can directly write this amount. There is no need to show it separately. But 4% health and education says has to be written separately, has to be disclosed separately. So whether this short form is a valid short form, H and EC? Yes, it is a valid short form. You can write health and education says or H and EC, both are okay. Yeah, rounding off. What is this rounding off that I have not discussed yet? I will discuss it later on. As of now, there is no need of round off. So that's why your answer is the same, 7,41,000. Quickly tell me the answer of this. A person is there, let's say Mr. A, 95 years, 7 lakh rupees is the total income. What will be the tax payable? Mr. A, 95 years, total income is 7 lakh. What will be the tax payable? First of all, if nothing is said, correct. Acha, if nothing is said, can I say the person is a resident of age 80 or more? So by default, he is a very senior citizen. To a very senior citizen, what basic exemption limit is applicable? 5 lakh. Up to 5 lakh, no tax. And can I say 5 lakh to 7 lakh? It will be 20%. So that will be 2 lakh into 20%. It will be 40,000. So what is the total basic tax? The total basic tax is 40,000. And on that we have to add 4% health and education cess. That will be 41,600. Note down it. If you have the note, note down it. Otherwise, take a picture and whenever your note comes, just edit. Meanwhile, solve this. What if the above person is a non-resident? What if the above person is a non-resident? Any change will be there in the answer? Obviously, yes. For a non-resident, the basic exemption limit is always of 2,50,000. So what change will be done? Up to 2,50,000, the answer will be 0. 2.5 lakh till 5 lakh, it will be 5%, which will be 12,500. 5 lakh till 7 lakh, it will be 20%, which will be 40,000. So what will be the total basic tax? 52,500 plus 4% health and education cess, which will be 54,600. My tax will increase because basic exemption limit has reduced. Are you understanding my point? Okay, I have written over here 3 examples. Solve it one by one. Mr. Ram, 63 years, 8 lakh rupees of total income. Paurav HUF, non-resident 100 years, 15 lakh rupees is the total income. Non-resident Mr. Pankaj, 85 years, 20 lakh rupees is the total income. Calculate tax of all the 3 and tell me the tax amount. Tax amount of all the 3. First, let me solve it together. Total income is 8 lakh. The person is a resident senior citizen. Basic exemption limit will be 3 lakh. to 3 lakh, there will be no tax. 3 lakh to 5 lakh, it will be 5%, that will be 10,000. 5 lakh to 8 lakh, it will be 20%. 3 lakh into 20% will be 60,000. So total will be 70,000 plus 4% health and education says that will be 72,800. Perfect answer. Achha, second one, Paurav HUF, non-resident, 100 years, total income is 15 lakh. Tell me the tax payable. So can I say HUF is never covered by 3 lakh or 5 lakh limit? If you closely see the table, HUF is always covered under the first column. Like a non-resident individual, the limit will be always 2,50,000. Higher limit of 3 lakh, higher limit of 5 lakh is only applicable to resident individual. So if you are HUF, your exemption limit is always what? 2,50,000. So 250 to 5 lakh, 5%, that will be 12,500. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, that will be 1 lakh. 10 lakh to 15 lakh, 30%, that will be 1,50,000. So what is the total basic tax over here? 1,50,000 plus 1 lakh plus 12,500, 260 to 500 plus 4% health and education cess, 2,73,000. Tell me this last one. Non-resident Mr. Pankaj, 85 years, total income is 20 lakh. What will be the tax payable? Okay. Here the person is of 85 years. Can I say 5 lakh rupees of limit applicable because 80 or more? No, because the person is not a resident person, the person is a non-resident person. Again, the limit will be what? 2,50,000. So up to 10 lakh, the tax will be 1,12,500. And more than 10 lakh, it is up to 20 lakhs. On balance, 10 lakh, 30%, 3 lakh. Total will be 4,12,500 plus compulsory 4% health and education cess, 4,29,000. Are you understanding different permutation combination? So now there is one more point also which I have written over here as a note, which I cannot explain today because the time is not there, which I will explain you tomorrow along with further tax rates and all, because up to now we have studied only for this 5 people, and that too we have not understood completely. It is so much added to be added over here. It is just basic things that we studied. So the tax rate for 5% individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, 3 columns. First column is resident individual below age of 60, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP plus all non-resident individual up to 2,50,000 zero. Basic exemption limit. 250 to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, above 10 lakh 30%. Second column, resident individual of age 60 or more, senior citizen. Up to 3 lakh there will be no tax. Balance everything will remain same. Resident individual of age 80 or more, very senior citizen, up to 5 lakh there will be no tax. Balance will all remain same. And on entire basic tax, what you have to add? 4% health and education cess. Many things are there which we will see tomorrow. Today we studied this theoretical aspect and some basic tax rate. People, I want a confirmation from all of you. You understood today's lecture, people, yes or no? Guys, you understood the lecture, yes or no? Yes, daily the lecture time will be 3 to 6, and in between we'll give this 10 minutes kind of break. Please come after revising whatever we have done today, and we'll continue with tax rate and so further. Today's lecture is getting completed over here. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.